Hello and welcome back to First Place TV. My name is Tumelo Makgakga. I'm a qualified chartered accountant, a registered tax practitioner, and a registered auditor. Today I want to talk about a very different topic. One of the things that if you hear about it and you've never gone through it, you'll think that is the most bizarre thing I've ever come across. But if you have gone through it, you'll be like, yeah, I've seen that. And yeah, you would not have believed it if you had not seen it with your own eyes. So what am I talking about? I'm talking about a scenario wherein you wake up one day and you check your bank, or you get a notification from your bank that money has left your account. When you follow up or when you investigate, you actually find out that SARS took the money. And yeah, so that's what I'm going to talk about today. I'm going to touch on how this can happen, why it happens, and what can you do about it once it happens. So stay tuned. Yeah, so I mean, if you're running a business, just imagine a situation where one of your big invoices clears, your client has paid, and boom, you wake up, half of the money is gone. You follow up, SARS took the money. And you might be asking yourself, under what circumstances can SARS authorize them to your funds? Well, they can. And if we just go back to the beginning, what would have happened for SARS to even get to a stage where they authorize themselves to your funds? Well, to keep it simple, what would have happened is that there would be an outstanding debt. There would be money that you owe SARS. And what would have happened is they would have tried to contact you to follow up on payment of that outstanding amount. And you would have ignored the communication. They would have sent what is called final letter of demand, and those letters of demand are normally sent multiple times. So if they don't get a response, then they take matters into their own hands. And sometimes it's possible that maybe SARS has your old email address or your old phone number, so maybe you did not receive those communications from SARS. But what normally happens is if you owe SARS money, they will follow up with you. You will receive correspondence to say, here's a letter of demand, here's a final demand. They will also remind you to make payment. And also, if you pull a statement of account, you will also be able to see how much you owe them. So if you don't respond, if they can't get hold of you, and the debt goes for a long period of time as outstanding, so no one is attending to the debt, you are not paying the amount that you owe, they will eventually take matters into their own hands because they have your banking details. Remember, when you register, especially for things like VAT, when you register for VAT, they would have requested your bank statements and they would have requested other supporting documents. So they would have those details. And also remember, when you want a refund from SARS, you would have submitted those documents so that they can pay the refund into the correct account. Now they have your banking details. Now that you owe them, they take matters into their own hands and collect, even without your authorization. And what would happen is sometimes they collect the longest outstanding debt. So I remember I had a client and they were asking us, how did they calculate the amount that they ended up taking? And when we investigated, we found out that it was actually the oldest amount that was due. But to be honest with you, I don't know what formula they use to collect as to how much. So it's possible maybe that in other cases they take more and in other cases they take less. But this is actually the main reason that they would end up collecting or taking the money directly from your bank account. Now, once they've taken the money, unfortunately, you cannot get it back. And what you can do is to just make sure that that money has been allocated to one of your outstanding debts. And how do you do that? You just extract a statement of account so that you can see where has SARS allocated it, to which debt has SARS allocated it. And that's if, of course, you've got multiple taxes that are outstanding. Maybe your income tax is outstanding, or your VAT is also outstanding, or your payroll taxes are outstanding. So you might as well just check and make sure that you follow up, or you find out where that money that they took from your account has been allocated. But once they take the money, it's gone. It's gone. And it's unfortunate because now maybe you had plans for the money, or you wanted to use money for something else, and SARS have now taken that money. Now you might be asking yourself, what do I do now? Because I don't want this to happen. I don't want this to repeat itself. Well, the first thing that you need to do not ignore correspondence from SARS. If you get correspondence from SARS, action it. if you receive a letter of demand or final letter of demand, action it. There are many ways that you can respond to SARS. Firstly, if you don't have the money now, you can request for what is known as a payment arrangement, which means SARS will allow you to pay the outstanding amount over a period of time, right? But if you do have the money, then what you can do is you can just get the reference number, the payment reference numbers, and then just pay the debt, because you don't want something like this to happen, because it obviously affects your cash flow, especially if you're running a business. It affects your cash flow and your planning as well. Imagine this happens on the last day of the month. You've got employees to pay. Now you don't know where to look, because half of the money that you've just received from maybe one of your biggest invoices has just been taken away, and there's nothing you can do about it. So, well, firstly, do not ignore correspondence from SARS. Immediately action it. Contact your accountant, find out how you can apply for a deferral of payment plan, or a payment arrangement, I mean to say. And that payment arrangement could be authorized, and SARS can allow you to pay this outstanding amount over a period of time, whether it's 6 months, whether it's 12 months, 24 months, depending on the size of the debt and your financial position. SARS will review all of that, and they will allow you to pay the debt over a period of time. So ignoring SARS when you get a letter of demand is really shooting yourself in the foot. So I would advise against that, especially if you are in business. But this is not to say that as an individual it cannot happen. It can happen if you owe SARS as an individual and you're not running a business, so your personal income taxes are outstanding, and SARS issues correspondence to remind you. Maybe they even call you. Sometimes they do call, and you don't action, you don't do anything, you just leave it. Just know that you are running a risk, and something like this can happen where you just wake up and money has been taken out of your bank account, and by then it's already too late, because they've already taken the money. Now what you need to do is to find out, is there still anything that is outstanding that I need to attend to? Then contact them and ask for a payment arrangement if you cannot afford to pay the full amount at once, or pay the full amount that you are currently owing to SARS. Now, as you know, ladies and gentlemen, here at First Place Assurance and Advisory, we are registered tax practitioners, so we are able to assist you to do those payment arrangements. We're able to advise you as to the period that might be successful when you apply for the arrangement, depending on the size of your debt. So please use the contact details that are appearing on the screen right now to contact us if you need assistance. If this has happened to you, you can contact us and we'll be able to guide you on the necessary steps that you must take to be able to remedy the situation and to come back to a good standing position with SARS. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to share, to like, to comment, and to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Cheers.